So now you should have a good idea on how to set up the basics of the pattern sequencer as far as the pattern's length and triggering is concerned. So now it is time to look at how to program a drum beat of your own. Let's start with a simple beat. I'll want a blank pattern as a starting point. If you already have a pattern loaded, you can clear it by clicking the option button at the top of the screen and selecting Reset Pattern from the pop-up menu. This leaves me with an empty pattern that is 1 bar in length. To begin, I'm going to hit the Run button located to the left of the trigger pads. And while the pattern is running through its 1 bar loop, I'm going to add a few kick drums on beats 1, 2, 3, and 4. Before you add any bits to your pattern, you should be sure to select the part of the kit that you are editing in the pattern sequencer. As I want to lay down some kicks, I'm going to be sure that my kick drum is selected. Next, I'll click on trigger pad number 1. After doing so, you'll see a small light on the pad be lit, indicating that this pad will trigger a kick drum. I'm now going to continue by placing kicks on beats 2, 3, and 4 by clicking on the pads 5, 9, and 13. So now we have a 4 on the floor kick going. Let's add some snares. I will need to first select my snare from the kit. Now I'm going to throw down some snare hits on beats 2 and 4, which are triggers 5 and 13. And now let's add some hats to that. After selecting the hat pad in the kit, I will click on every second trigger to create an 8th note hat pattern. Now we have a basic beat going. We can go in and add some more to it and give it a little more life. I'll start by adding some more snares. And maybe some open hats. Now that may sound better, but by default, all the triggers will have the same velocity level, which make it sound a tad robotic. We can fix this by using the velocity sliders to the left of each trigger. I'll go through the hits on the snares and add some variety to the velocity levels of each trigger. Then I'll do the same to the hats. Although quite simple, it is sounding a little less robotic. The next thing we can do to make it sound a little more human is to use the swing parameter. The swing will apply some randomization to the timing of all the triggers. The more swing you apply, the more the trigger's timing will be altered. It can be easy to overdo the swing, and you may find better results by applying only a small amount of swing. Now, in this example, I only programmed a pattern across the first 16 triggers, thus giving me a 1 bar pattern loop. If you wanted to create a 2 bar pattern loop, you would simply need to change the pattern's length to 32 and select bar 2 from the bar selection buttons and continue programming on the second bar. So, in this video we looked at how to program a simple drum beat, create variations of the drum hits by using different velocity levels, as well as applying some swing to the patterns to give it more of a human feel. In the next video, we'll look at pattern management, which will allow you to save and quickly recall your program patterns.